"I'm home," I said, trying to sound normal. Margaret's laugh floated from the living room. "Robert, your son's back. Did you miss him?" Daniel answered before my dad did. "Bro, you're late. Again." "I had work," I said. "I needed the hours." Robert didn't even turn his head. "Hours won't fix your life." I held my breath. "I'm trying, Dad." Margaret clicked her tongue. "Trying is what losers say." Daniel tossed his keys onto the table like he owned the place. "Not everyone's built for winning." My eyes landed on a glossy car brochure beside his keys. My stomach dropped. Then Emily stepped in behind him, smiling like the room belonged to her too. "Hey." My heart did that stupid hopeful jump. "Emily? I didn't know you were coming." She shrugged. "Daniel invited me." Daniel's grin widened. "Had to show her something." Margaret leaned forward, eager. "Tell him." Daniel flipped the brochure toward me. "I bought a car." Emily's eyes shined. "Black. Leather seats. It's perfect." I nodded, but it felt like nodding at my own funeral. "Good for you." Daniel clapped my shoulder too hard. "You could have had nice things if you weren't always behind." "I'm not behind," I said. "I'm just poor," Margaret cut in, smiling. "Say it out loud." Robert finally looked at me, annoyed. "Why can't you be more like Daniel?" The question hurt more than the rain would later. "Because I'm me," I whispered. "I'm your son." Margaret's voice turned cold. "Blood doesn't pay bills." Emily shifted her weight, then spoke fast like ripping off a bandage. "I can't do this anymore." My throat went dry. "Do what?" "Wait for you," she said. "To become someone." "I am someone," I said. "I love you." Daniel laughed. "Love doesn't buy gas." Emily didn't laugh, but she didn't defend me either. "I need stability." "So you're choosing him," I said, staring at the keys in Daniel's hand. She looked away. "Daniel has a future." "I have one too," I said. "I'm working, I'm saving." Margaret stood up. "Enough. Tonight we end this." I backed toward the hallway, needing air. From the kitchen doorway, I heard their voices drop low. Margaret said, "He's dragging us down. Tomorrow we change the locks." Daniel chuckled. "Finally. I'm tired of him mooching." Robert sighed. "He'll hate me." "He already disappoints you," Margaret replied. "Choose peace, Robert. Choose Daniel." Emily's voice came softer, almost guilty. "Is this really necessary?" "Yes," Margaret said. "Tonight. Before he begs again." My stomach twisted. So this wasn't a fight. It was a decision they made without me. And they called it love. Robert's jaw tightened. "Margaret." "No," she snapped. "I'm done carrying dead weight." My skin went cold. "What are you talking about?" She walked to the hall closet, yanked out an old duffel bag and dropped it at my feet. "Pack. You're leaving." I blinked, waiting for my dad to stop her. "Dad." Robert rubbed his forehead like I was a headache. "You're 18. It's time." "Time for what?" My voice rose. "To be thrown away?" Daniel leaned back, satisfied. "To grow up." Emily whispered, "Please don't make a scene." I looked at her. "A scene? You're breaking me in front of them." Margaret pointed at the door. "Move." My hands shook as I stuffed clothes into the bag. "I didn't do anything." "You exist," Margaret said. "That's the problem." I zipped the bag and faced Robert. "Say one word for me. Just one." He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Go, son. It's for the best." The room tilted. "So you choose her," I said. "You choose Daniel." Robert's voice was soft, but it still pushed me out. "Daniel contributes. You don't." Daniel's smile was bright and cruel. "Told you." Emily stepped closer to Daniel. Not by much, but enough. My chest went hollow. Margaret opened the front door. Wind and rain rushed in. "Don't come back." I walked out, soaked in seconds. The door slammed behind me like a verdict. I stumbled down the driveway, the streetlight flickering above me. My phone buzzed once, then died like it couldn't stand to watch. I sank onto the curb, hugging my knees. My teeth chattered. I tasted salt and rain and shame. I stared at my shaking hands and whispered into the dark, "If I ever get another chance, I won't be weak. I won't beg. I'll come back strong and I'll make them regret choosing me last." I gasped and sat up so fast my neck cracked. "Easy, sleepyhead," a voice said. I froze. That voice wasn't Rain. It was my dad's old morning voice, the one he used before Margaret taught him to sound tired of me. "Dad," I whispered. Robert pushed my bedroom door open with a laundry basket. "You're going to miss school." Again. School. The word hit me like cold water. I stared at the cracked poster, the cheap desk, the little trophy I'd forgotten. My hands looked smaller. Cling. I swallowed. What day is it? Robert frowned. What kind of question is that? Please, I said. Tuesday, he answered. Now move. Tuesday. 10 years earlier. My chest tightened as memories slammed in. Margaret's smirk, Daniel's keys, Emily's eyes sliding away, the door, the rain. I clenched my fist. You reset. Robert lingered. Are you sick? No, I said too fast. I'm fine. Breakfast is in 5, he muttered and left. I pressed my palm to my face. This can't be real. From the hallway, Daniel's voice floated in, loud and cheerful. Mom, I can drive you later. Margaret replied in her sweet fake tone. That's my good boy. My stomach turned. Same house. Same trap. Just earlier in the game. I faced the mirror. A younger me stared back. Softer jaw, clearer eyes, hope still there like a target. I whispered, don't be stupid this time. Downstairs, plates clinked. I forced my breathing steady and walked in. Margaret looked up, smile glued on. There he is. Look who decided to join us. Daniel sat at the table, dressed, scrolling his phone. He didn't look up. Morning. Robert poured coffee. Emily wasn't here. Good. That pain could wait. I pulled out a chair. My hands trembled, but I kept them under the table. Margaret slid a plate toward Daniel, eggs, toast, extra sausage, then pushed a small bowl toward me without looking. Dry cereal. I stared at it. No milk. Daniel chuckled. Maybe it'll build character. Margaret sighed. Milk is expensive. You don't contribute. The words landed where they used to, but this time I didn't flinch. I smiled, small and harmless. You're right. Robert blinked. You finally agree with her? I finally understand, I said. Daniel glanced up. Understand what? That I've been acting like I deserve things, I said. I don't. Margaret's eyes narrowed, searching my face. Have you changed? Yes, I said. I'm sorry. Daniel leaned back. Wow, he's learning. Robert muttered, about time. I swallowed cereal that tasted like dust and kept my face calm. Inside, my mind ran numbers and dates. 10 years earlier meant I knew what would rise and what would crash. I knew the tiny tech shop downtown would become a chain. I knew the ugly property near the river would triple. I knew Daniel would steal my school project next year and get praised for it. And I knew begging never worked. Margaret wiped her mouth. After school, you're coming straight home. I nodded. Okay. Daniel smirked. He won't. He never listens. I will, I said, meeting his eyes. I'm changing. He laughed like I'd told a joke. Sure. Robert stood. I'm leaving for work. Don't start drama. I won't, I promised. Margaret grabbed her purse. Daniel, walk me to the car. Daniel stood and jingled his keys like a crown. Of course, Mom. As they headed out, Margaret turned back once. And you, she said to me, don't embarrass this family. I kept my voice soft. I won't. The door closed. Silence filled the kitchen. I exhaled and whispered, I remember everything. My phone sat on the counter. An older model, not the dead one from the rain. I checked the date again. Same answer. 10 years. When they try to break me again, I'll already be 10 steps ahead. I opened my drawer and pulled out the small metal box where I kept birthday money. I counted it twice. Not much, but it was a start. I said it out loud. I'm going to save. I'm going to invest. I'm going to build. No one answered. Good. I slipped the money back, grabbed my backpack, and headed for the door. Before I stepped outside, I spoke to the empty house like it could testify. This time, I don't need their love. I locked my face into a calm mask and walked into the morning, already planning how to become the man they'd be forced to respect. Daniel laughed when I walked into the kitchen late. Look who finally crawled out of bed. I was studying, I said, keeping my voice low. Margaret smirked. You study more than you succeed. Robert didn't even look up from his coffee. Did you pass your exams? I shook my head slowly. I failed 2 of them. Daniel slapped the table. Of course you did. Margaret leaned back in her chair. What a waste of tuition. I forced a weak smile. I'm sorry. Emily stood near the door, arms crossed. You always say that. I met her eyes. I'm trying. Trying isn't enough, she said quietly. I wanted to tell her everything, but I swallowed the words. I know. Daniel grabbed his jacket. Mom, I'm going to the gym. Go, sweetheart. Margaret said, then turned to me. And you? Stay out of trouble. I will. Outside, I walked the long way to the bus stop so they wouldn't see where I was really going. At the small bank on Pine Street, Grace sat behind a glass desk. You're back. I smiled. I saved more. She checked my account. You're serious about this? I have to be, I said. I don't have anyone else. Grace nodded. I can move it into a growth fund. Do it, I said. And keep it quiet. She lowered her voice. You don't trust your family? I don't trust anyone who thinks I'm weak. Later that day, I sat on a bench and dialed a number I remembered from my past. A deep voice answered. Victor speaking. I know you don't know me, I said, but you will. There was a pause. That's confident. I have an idea that will make you rich, I said, and I won't waste your time. He laughed softly. Interesting. Go on. I told him just enough. Meet me in 2 weeks. We'll see, he said, then hung up. I went home and let myself look tired. Margaret sneered. Did you embarrass us at school again? I kept my head down, I said. Daniel grinned. That's all you're good at. Emily watched me from the hallway. You never fight back. I don't need to, I said. She shook her head. You're losing everything. Maybe, I said. Or maybe I'm just quiet. Daniel rolled his eyes. Whatever helps you sleep. That night, I stared at my ceiling and whispered, every laugh is fuel. Days passed like that. Still failing? Margaret asked. Yes, I answered. Still broke. Daniel teased. Yes. Still useless. Emily whispered once, not even cruel, just sad. Yes, I said, even though my account kept growing. Grace called me. Your investment doubled. I kept my voice calm. Good. Victor texted me. We need to talk. I replied, soon. At dinner, Daniel waved a new watch. Look what winners get. I smiled. Nice. Margaret said, you could never afford that. I know. Robert sighed. You should learn from him. I said, thinking about numbers and futures. Emily looked at me like I was already gone. You don't care anymore. I care, I said. I just don't beg. Daniel laughed. Same thing. I went to bed with a small grin they never saw. Keep underestimating me, I whispered. It makes what's coming even better. Present next, Mr. Collins said. I stood, holding my folder like it was the only solid thing in the room. My project is called Riverlink. It's a delivery app for small local stores. We partner with shops that can't afford big platforms and Daniel cleared his throat. Sir, can I go first? I have something exciting. My stomach tightened. I'm already talking. Mr. Collins lifted a hand. Daniel, wait. Daniel smiled like he was patient. Of course. I kept going. We charge a small monthly fee and we use simple routes. The stores keep control and customers get same-day delivery. I've already mapped the neighborhood zones. I opened my charts. Here. Cost, revenue, growth. It's realistic. Mr. Collins nodded. Good. Clear. Margaret's voice came from the back row. Clear? It's childish. I glanced at her. It's my plan. She shrugged. Plans don't matter if the person is weak. I felt Emily's eyes on me, but I didn't look at her yet. Mr. Collins said, thank you. Daniel, your turn. Daniel walked up with a slick printed packet. My project is called Riverlink. My blood went hot. What? He flipped his cover page toward the class. My title. My logo. Even my numbers changed just enough to look smarter. Daniel smiled at Mr. Collins. It's a delivery app for small local stores. I've been working hard. I heard my own heartbeat. That's mine. Daniel looked at me like I was crazy. Yours? You never finish anything. Mr. Collins frowned. Is that true? I stepped forward. I showed him the draft last week. He copied it. Daniel laughed. Show proof. I pulled out my folder. I have the original. Margaret spoke again, sweet and sharp. Robert, tell them. Your son is always jealous. Robert shifted in his seat. Let Daniel present. Dad, I said, voice cracking, you know I wrote this. Robert avoided my eyes. Daniel's doing well. Don't ruin it. Emily stood up slowly. Maybe you're confused, she said. Daniel told me he's been building this for months. I stared at her. I told you about it. At the cafe. You said it sounded risky. She hesitated, then looked away. I don't remember. Daniel continued, calm and proud. The market is hungry. I already have 3 stores ready to sign. I tasted bitterness. He didn't have stores. He had my notes. Mr. Collins clapped. Excellent. Ambitious. The room buzzed with approval. I felt like I was back in the rain again, only this time it was bright and warm and cruel. After class, I blocked Daniel at the door. Give it back. He leaned close. Or what? It's my work, I said. You can't keep stealing my life. He shrugged. Life steals from losers. I'm just faster. Margaret joined us in the hallway. Daniel, don't waste time. Emily is waiting. Emily stood near the lockers, smiling at Daniel like he was a hero. I walked to her. You chose him. Her lips tightened. He's going places. So am I said. She looked me up and down. Not like this. Daniel lifted his packet. We're celebrating. Try not to cry. Robert arrived behind Margaret, face tired. I heard there was drama. There's theft, I said. He stole my project. Robert sighed. Daniel wins awards. You bring problems. I swallowed hard. So that's it. You're proud of him. I'm proud of results, Robert said. Margaret crossed her arms. And you? You're worthless. The word landed, but it didn't shatter me. I heard it before. I survived it before. I nodded once. Okay. Daniel laughed. That's all? No tears. I pulled out my phone and stepped back. I have a meeting. Margaret scoffed. With who? Your imagination? I walked away dialing Victor. He answered on the second ring. You're late. I needed to watch a betrayal happen, I said. Now I'm ready. Victor's voice turned interested. You sound calm. I'm done begging, I said. I want contracts. Meet me tonight, he said. Bring your numbers. I will, I said. And bring your pen. That evening, Victor slid papers across the table. Funding. Legal support. Quiet ownership. I signed hand steady. They think I lost. Victor smiled. Let them. I left the building and looked up at the city lights. My chest still hurt, but my spine felt straight. When they look down, they'll see I already climbed past them quietly. They're walking into the same trap, I whispered. Only this time I'm holding the knife. The guard looked at me and said, Name? I'm here to see Daniel Carter, I said. Tell him an investor arrived. He raised an eyebrow at my suit. Go ahead. When I walked into the office, Daniel was pacing while Leo talked fast on the phone. I told you the numbers were wrong, Leo said. You rushed it. Daniel snapped. We're winning. Relax. I cleared my throat. Gentlemen. Daniel turned. Who are you? I'm someone with money, I said. And interest. Leo's eyes lit up. Sit please. Daniel forced a smile. We're very selective. I'm not, I replied. I like risk. Leo laughed nervously. So what do you want? I want shares, I said. Quiet ones. Daniel crossed his arms. You don't look like trouble. I smiled. I am. They didn't get it. Good. Later that evening, I walked into my old house through the front door for the first time in years. Margaret looked up. Who are you? I'm a guest, I said. Daniel invited me. Daniel froze. Do I know you? I let my eyes meet his. You used to. Robert dropped his glass. It's you. I nodded. Hello, Dad. Margaret's mouth opened, then closed. What are you wearing? A future, I said. Daniel laughed, unsure. So you got lucky? I got smart, I replied. Emily stepped forward. Is it really you? Yes, I said. She touched my arm. You look different. I am, I said, pulling away. Margaret forced a smile. Sit. Dinner is ready. Daniel leaned close. You didn't tell me you had money. I didn't have it then, I said. I do now. Robert stared at me like a ghost. How? I worked, I said. While you forgot me. Leo arrived late and shook hands with everyone. I met your investor today, he said to Daniel. Great guy. I raised my glass. We met. Daniel's eyes widened. You? Yes, I said. I own part of your company now. Margaret choked. What? Daniel laughed too loud. That's funny. Check your phone, I said. He did and his face went pale. Emily whispered, You're serious. I always was, I said. Daniel forced a grin. So you're here to help. I'm here to watch, I said. Leo whispered to Daniel, We need cash. I know, Daniel hissed. Margaret said, Family should support family. I smiled. You taught me not to believe that. Emily looked hurt. I tried to reach you. I was busy becoming invisible, I said. And powerful. Robert swallowed. Can we talk? Later, I said. I have a board meeting. Leo leaned over. We made some bad deals. I know, I said. I was waiting. Daniel's voice cracked. You planned this. I remembered it, I said. He stared at me. You're enjoying this. I didn't deny it. A little. Outside, I checked my phone as Leo sent frantic messages. I whispered to myself, every crack shows me where to push. Your numbers are bleeding, I told Daniel as I walked into the boardroom. He slammed his laptop shut. They're temporary. Leo rubbed his temples. We lost 3 stores this week. Because you lied to them, I said. And lies expire. Daniel glared at me. You want me to fail. I want you to be honest, I replied. Failure is your choice. Margaret called my phone 10 minutes later. What did you do? I invested, I said. The truth followed. You're ruining us, she cried. You ruined me first, I said and hung up. Robert knocked on my office door that evening. Please, he said. He's still your brother. I'm not your son when it's convenient, I replied. He looked small. I made a mistake. You made a choice, I said. There's a difference. Mr. Harris sat beside me and slid over a folder. These contracts prove fraud. Good, I said. Send them. Daniel stormed in. You're attacking me. I'm revealing you, I said. Leo whispered, we're done. Emily rushed in, eyes wet. Daniel told me the profits were real. Daniel snapped, not now. She turned to me. You knew. I knew everything, I said. You didn't ask. Daniel laughed weakly. You're enjoying this. I'm surviving it, I said. Margaret's voice came from the phone speaker. We can fix this. Not anymore, I said. Robert said, you have to stop. I stopped begging, I replied. Mr. Harris added, the court will freeze your accounts. Daniel stared at me. You planned this. I remembered it, I said. Emily whispered, you lied to me. Daniel avoided her eyes. I needed you. You used me, she said. I felt a dull ache. We all use someone. Leo shook his head. I warned you. Margaret screamed through the phone. This is your fault. I smiled faintly. I finally agree. Robert sank into a chair. We lost everything. You threw me away, I said. This is balance. Daniel's voice broke. You hate me. I hated being nothing, I said. Emily stepped back from Daniel. I don't know you. Daniel reached for her. Stay. She didn't. You're empty. I closed the folder. So are your accounts. No one spoke. I felt no joy, only quiet. Truth is heavy, I said. Let it fall. Daniel dropped to his knees in front of me. Please. I'll do anything. I looked down at him. Stand up. I can't, he said. You destroyed me. You destroyed yourself, I replied. Margaret stumbled forward, tears streaking her face. I was wrong. I tilted my head. Say it louder. I was wrong, she cried. I treated you like nothing. Robert wiped his eyes. I was weak. I should have protected you. I crossed my arms. You chose comfort over your own son. Daniel grabbed my pant leg. Just help me. One word from you and they'll back off. I pulled away. You never begged for me. Emily stood behind them, shaking. Did you ever love me? I turned to her. I loved the girl you pretended to be. She swallowed. So it was real? It was, I said. Until money mattered more. Daniel shouted. She had no choice. She always had a choice, I said. So did you. Margaret fell to the floor. I raised you wrong. You raised him, I said. You erased me. Robert whispered, give us one chance. I felt my chest tighten. I already did. 10 years ago. Daniel cried. I'm your brother. You were my shadow, I said. You stole everything. Emily stepped closer. We were young. I was young when you laughed at me in the rain, I said. Silence swallowed the room. Margaret sobbed. I'll do anything. Live with what you did, I said. Robert sank into a chair. I lost my son. You let me go, I replied. Daniel shook. You're cruel. I learned from you, I said. Emily reached for my hand. We can start over. I pulled away. I can't be your safety net. She cried. I'm sorry. I know, I said. It's too late. Daniel slammed the floor. You enjoy this. I survived it, I said. Margaret whispered, I'm afraid. You should be, I said. Robert looked at me like a stranger. Do you hate us? I hate what you made me become, I said. Emily asked softly, do you still love me? I closed my eyes. I remember loving you. Daniel sobbed. Please. I opened my eyes. I choose me. No one argued. I walked away once in the rain, I said. I won't walk back into a storm. Daniel sat across from me in the quiet room. They're charging me with fraud. I nodded. You signed every lie. They'll put me in prison, he said. You put me in the street, I replied. Margaret's face stared at us from the news screen. Former executive exposed for financial abuse. She ruined me, Daniel whispered. She showed who you were, I said. Robert called my phone. I don't have anyone left. I didn't either, I said. Emily texted me, I'm leaving town. Goodbye, I replied. Grace met me outside the courthouse. It's over. For them, I said. Not for me. Victor shook my hand. You're free. I feel it, I said. Grace smiled. You did this alone. I survived it alone, I said. Daniel's voice echoed behind me. You won. I chose, I said. Margaret's lawyer walked past, shaking his head. This family is finished. It was finished long ago, I whispered. Robert stood across the street, eyes empty. I failed you. You taught me, I said. Grace asked, do you regret it? I shook my head. I regret staying so long. Victor said, where to now? Anywhere, I said. I'm not trapped. Emily's final message popped up. I wish things were different. They were, I typed. You chose. Grace squeezed my arm. You're lighter. I dropped dead weight, I said. Daniel's trial date was announced. Next month. I won't be there, I said. Margaret's name kept scrolling across the screen. Scandal grows. Let it, I said. Robert whispered, I'm alone. So was I replied. Grace led me toward the car. Let's go. I took one last look at the courthouse. I'm done. Victor smiled. The future is clean. I am too, I said. The city opened in front of me wide and bright. I belong to myself now.